Huh? I don't know what exactly that means. Well, anyway, I guess I'll get started. So, I think I did Master of Hook, or tried Master of Hook last time, so that means Maze 19 is next. What happened to mazes 1 through 18, I don't know. But this is by Daniel, and it says, fight your way through this walk-through maze. So, you are in a maze of large rectangular rooms, all different. Yeah. I guess I can't go anywhere here. Or here. Okay. That was weird. This hold was my entry in the Labyrinth of Melonfrawl contest held in August-September of '06. This scroll is for symmetry. Thanks to Eslo for running the contest, Larry Merck and Curious Shy... I'm sure they mean Curious Shy Rabbit, which is all one word and doesn't have LY in it. Curiously Shy Rabbit for testing and commenting. I mean, unless that person's username actually changed, which I don't know why it would. The layout of the maze is of my own creation, but the style was invented by Robert Abbott. You can find more examples of mazes in this style and others at his website. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't appear to be able to start this room, so I guess I'm supposed to go somewhere else. Well, obviously it'll be to my advantage to start as early as possible hitting that button. I don't see any queen traps, so this is a straight up horde room. Let's just start over. Okay, that should be much better, I think. This room or this hold? This room has a secret room in it. Anyway. Just imagine a version of this game where a room can be inside of itself. Or rooms can be inside of each other, and you can eventually put them inside of inside of themselves. You know, something like what's it called? I forgot what it's called. The game with all the treasure chests where they can be inside of each other. Recursed, yeah, like a combination of Recursed with this. You need some kind of doors that respond to how deep in you are. Or that toggle and stay that way or whatever, you know. I think maybe approaching from the south will work better for me here. I don't know why I think that, but I do. This is a bad position. There was that contest entry. I think in Hold Title Mix-Up Contest, someone made an entry that was like an entrance maze, but all of the entrances led to the same room, but the maze was handled through scripting. That could be what you're thinking of, but I'm not sure. Okay. Well, I guess I can only go north or east, so I'll go north. Wubbas. Brained wubbas. And a bunch of brains. So I guess my goal here is to get these brains stuck? I mean, to get these wubbas stuck. I can't stick the brains. Or at the very least to gain enough distance that I can get away after killing the brains. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's see. So, brained wubbas are not gonna easily get stuck. They're not gonna easily get themselves out of my way, feels like. I don't see how to really get one more than one step away from me ever. Maybe there's some clever movement you can make immediately after killing the brain to get out? Because the real problem is there's all these other wubbas that exist inside the green doors anyway. Let's see. Aha! That's it. I guess I'll go east now. I'm not sure this was a good decision. There are no snake traps in this room. If you don't count, you know, slamming them against each other and or rattlesnakes. But that's not really a snake trap, that's just... You call that getting lucky, you don't call that a snake trap. I mean, I could be wrong, maybe there are snake traps in this room and I'm just not seeing them, but... I guess my only option here is to run around in a big circle until all, or at least most, of the red snakes kill themselves. And hope that the, maybe, but hold on. No, the way these orbs are set up, they only open doors. So... that seems to be the conceit of this entire hold, the fact that, whenever you enter, you hit an orb which opens your way in and a certain number of the ways out. So it's essentially a big force arrow maze, is what I would characterize this as. Like if you take a force arrow maze and make it really big, make it level size instead of, you know, make it level size and using not force arrows. Anyway. Alright, just one red snake left, and then I can quit this nonsense. Come on, buddy, get yourself stuck, please. Aha! Okay, now I can kill everything. Hello. I'm fighting a horde of rattlesnakes because this author hates me. But they don't know how to actually make it that difficult, I guess. I don't know. There we go. Now I have no choice but to go east, or backwards, I guess, but I don't want to go backwards. There's goblins here. Cool. Seems like it should be pretty straightforward to deal with this. Alright, just let everybody come here. That's not the best idea. Maybe if I was... oh. Wait. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Sort of. What I really want is just to stuff some of these into one of the passages. One of the 2-tile wide passages, because I know I could kill them then. Right, one down. Maybe. One down. I'm almost certain I can get away with that. Yeah, there we go. One down. For sure this time. That's what I thought might happen in this little corridor. There we go. That's what I wanted. I guess since I'm already here, I'll go south. Oh boy. Here's a Wraithwing. Now use it to kill 20 snakes. I'm going to assume that there's some meta puzzle regarding the squares that are different. So let's see. Here there's a grass where there's a bunch of stone. Oh, no. The squares that are different are just telling me which room I'm in. Got it. So this is telling me I'm in the bottom right room. Oops. Isn't it... I don't know what it says about me that my first guess is that had to do with a meta puzzle. I mean, it still might, but... you know. So I guess this must be called Maze 19 because there are... wait. No, there's only 16 rooms according... there's only, 16 rooms according to this map. No, 21. Never mind. This map says there's 21 rooms because there's 4 times 5 plus 1. don't know how to get at this particular snake. There we go. I really don't know how to get at the center one, though. I'm not even sure that's possible. I'd have to kind of hold the Wraithwing in place somewhere far away from me or something. He doesn't seem really amenable to doing that. Do I have to enter this room from a specific direction or something? Oh, well. I don't think I hit any checkpoints, did I? But yeah, I still don't know how to hit the central snake. Oh yeah, that might work. Somehow that didn't occur to me. Yeah, I can just do this, and then carry him down the line of snakes like so. There we go. And I can do the same thing with the center line in the middle as well. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe I can even get the center top line this way. Yeah. Alright, this should be fine. Thank you. You can die now. What is north? Oh, I can't go north. I came from the north. Never mind. I must go west. Roaches. Oh, kind of sort of a roach maze. Got it. I'm guessing I need the Wraithwing to block something off for me? Maybe. Heh. How do I put the rest of you outside? Seems to me like one Wraithwing isn't enough to actually prevent them from going where I don't want them to go. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure how to achieve this without tunnels. they start out seems like there's not really... There's not really a way to be quick and just prevent them from getting into that kind of situation either. I don't think it matters which direction I start from. Yeah, I'm not sure how to kill the last 5 roaches. Because no matter what you do, they're going to slip off and not be able to get out to the exit. There's probably something ridiculous you can do with a Wraithwing to keep the roaches from moving or something, but I don't really know what that something is that you can do. See? Something like this, but better somehow. So far, all I've really managed to do is split them off, which isn't very helpful. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really... Like, I don't have the option of keeping the Wraithwing where I need him to stay in order for them to not slip off and just go into the hole there. Well, whatever I just did worked. So I guess I did something like this, and then I kind of had them over here. Movement order. So I think I need to stick him kind of more like that, a bit farther north, perhaps. Nah, that's not it. Hello. Okay, this appears to be working. I'll take it. That's good enough for me. Clear. Now I can either go north or west, so I guess I'll go west, even though I already cleared that room. Oh hey, Wraithwings and a Slayer. How fun. Yeah, that's nice. You can shut up now. Now what's the best order of... I guess I should keep a Wraithwing around to get these guys to stick near me or something. That, or I should try to trap that guy in such a way that he'll do it for me or something. That's probably not it. Okay, let's... There we go, one down. Uh-oh, don't want that. Need to kind of have him coming at me the other which way. There we go. Thanks, Slayer. I really needed you to do that right now. Yeah, you go right on ahead, continuing to think that. Wait, that's not the way out. Duh. There we go. Okay. Now, would you mind being unassailable as you kill off Wraithwing? Yeah, kill off that Wraithwing for me, or am I gonna have to go slam him against a wall myself? I guess it's faster to do it myself. Bye, Mr. Unassailable. Hello, giant everything. Oh, are we brain too? Okay. I've never heard inevitable used to describe a person or creature before. Usually I hear that used to describe an event, and unavoidable used to describe an object. Although, of course, unavoidable also applies to events. I don't know. English is weird. I should probably just keep them brained for a bit longer. Get rid of the last golem first. Then try not to get wubbered. Well, that might explain it. I haven't seen that yet. There we go. No more brain. I'm gonna go west. What, really? Didn't I already do this room? Twice? I didn't actually, but you know. This looks like it's going to be a little tedious. It's not as bad as the Wraithwing room, perhaps. Because I can actually walk into the area myself and push him into place. Sort of. This room is mostly just doing the exact same thing about 20 times in a row, and then doing one different thing at the end, which I already did a much more difficult version of earlier. I don't feel much toward this. Oh hey, tar mothers. Decoys. What are the decoys for? I don't know, but I'm gonna use them how I feel. Oh. Interesting. Looks like I actually need to cut all the tar stuff, so in that case, my inclination is just to place decoys to make this not a horde room anymore. And I'll go ahead and stab that once. I don't know why there are so many decoy potions around. This has got to be like 12 times as many as I could ever possibly need. Oop. Don't want that to happen. Or that. Let's just do this. There we go. Alright, one pile down. I shouldn't need any more anything to go get rid of the rest. In theory. At least cut you off a bit. Just need those three to stay in place so I can get a 3x6, 3x2, whatever. Anyway. Well, I meant, I don't know, I'm thinking of the product and of the, what it's 3x something at the same time, I don't know. You know, it's within a standard deviation of all tar stuff sizes. I think maybe I made a mistake not putting more decoy in this area or something. Well, this should be doable here. Just get rid of that mother. And then I can fuss with this. There we go, that's a 3x3, I can kill that. I basically created the difficulty for myself with this area. Alright, that should fix it, maybe, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Alright, nothing else should be anywhere near as much of a disaster, so we'll be good. I guess in theory you could do the entire thing from inside the decoy maze by really carefully placing your decoys, but I don't see a good reason to bother doing that when you can just do this and it works. Alright, well, I'm not allowed to go any way but east. What, the maneuver of leaving you in the dust? I'm sure you have. You seem like the kind. Ah, we haven't seen a room with evil eyes yet, so here's the room with all the evil eyes in it. Have fun. There are evil eyes in this room, you know that? You can go kill the evil eyes because they're evil eyes. Make sure not to get seen by two of them at the same time. We really need a meme of just everything that Slayers say, like, ah, this maneuver I've seen before, as a reaction meme to things. I don't know. I guess as a structure what you could do is like put the Slayer's portrait up here with some text below it, maybe like a higher res version of it or something. Yeah. Just that sort of thing would be cool. Oh hey, it's a room of guards. And also there's two Slayers, but why do I move out of this perfectly fine choke point? I should be able to use this choke point for something, right? Well, for getting stuck, maybe. Yeah, this is a bit better. Man, if that guy just wasn't coming around behind me like that, I'd be great. Let's see. I mean, if you've got a good choke point, and you don't have them coming around behind you like I do here, there are some extremely consistent ways to handle guard hordes that even may not require you to turn your sword much at all. Okay, there we go. Now everybody's coming at me from about the same direction, so that's what I want. The Slayers are tripping over these, the Slayer Wisps are kind of tripping over the guards here and making it really easy to avoid letting the Slayers out. I think I can just keep circling and they'll all die eventually this way. What, the me dying maneuver? I'm sure you have. Are these guys? Yeah, they're all 39th. I like how there can be multiple 39th Slayers in a room, but there can't be multiple Halfs. Seems kind of silly. I want to know, where are all the fractional Empire citizens? Like 398th and a half Negotiator, or E to the Pi Slayer. I'm sure the Empire knows about irrational constants. I mean, they know about a lot of things that are irrational. We have the 8th already. my gosh, the Slayers finally took a step. Just because I'm gonna go ahead and kill these guys. Check out that Slayer combo. Welcome to the Brained Roach Queen. Welcome to the Brained Roach Queen Horde, where you have to go and destroy a bunch of trapdoors. This is a room we made. I'll put a lot of effort into, yo. This was Rooted Hold era, as far as I could tell. I mean, it might be Architect's Edition, but I got the Rooted Hold title screen, which I know means before 3.0. So, in other words, the time in which Slayers were, whoa, scary, and so were guards to some extent, as to my understanding at least. Okay, I shouldn't probably go all the way in like that. Yeah, but I mean, I think there have been some holds where I've said, oh, this is Rooted Hold era, and someone had said, no, even though this has Rooted Hold's title screen, it's actually AE. I think I've at least seen one or two like that. I don't know. My number one request for features for this game to have, if anyone ever updates features ever again, right now, this very second, apart from certain scripting desires, of course, which are well documented, I would really like to have the ability to make my own voice set for a player character option. So, like, make my own player character who says different, like, essentially go into the character screen where you define a default character and put in some options for the player role, like to put in, like, custom augs for what they say if they're falling off a pit or if they're dying. And you can have like up to 5 of each or something. Or however many Beathro has at least. Because like Beathro has 2 or 3 different sounds he makes when he clears a room, for example. But maybe just 1 for falling off a pit? I would say 5 options for each would be really ideal, but you know, I'd settle for 2 or 3 with certain things at least. It would make it possible to have characters who are completely unlike the existing ones, you know, and didn't somehow still talk like the existing ones. Oh, are you kidding me? More Brained Roach Horde. Did you know the Brained Roach Horde? Because we have a Brained Roach Horde. Well, you can push the queens inside the box and make it a little easier on yourself if you wanna. In fact, you probably will, whether you want to or not, because that's where the queens decide to go. Ah, this is bad. Now that you could do with scripting. This isn't gonna work. Alright, I need more of you guys to trap yourselves in the box, okay? If you don't mind, stop being brain queens and either die or get in the box, please. When I say being brain queens, I'm referring to that thing where they, like, shake back and forth continually, yeah. I mean, you should check out my my entry to the troll holds. I made one where there's just an entire room full of goblins, and I don't know, someone had posted a public domain scream sound effect, so I used that. And I made scripting so that they said, like, they had a speech box that was screaming and also at the same time played one of those screaming sounds, like either the original or a slowed down or sped up version of the same, every time that you stabbed one of the billions of goblins in the room. Okay, I'm tired of this. This is not... I don't like this room. I'll come out and say this. I don't like this room. Let's just go see another door. Let's go see a different one. This room has mud, I guess. Okay. Welcome to a room with mud in it, I guess. We put mud in this room so that you would know that there was mud in this room. Did you know there's mud in this room? This is the mud room. It's very muddy. It is. They do get a bit tiresome after a while. I don't know, the template sort of seems to have made the architect feel obligated to make rooms much longer than they ever need to be. Not always, but fairly often. Like, let me just point out, like the... Where is it? This one. This one. There's not much of a puzzle here. You just kind of lead the goblin through some really obvious pathways without much effort. And the room really didn't need to be as long as it is to achieve what it does. And there's kind of that's symptomatic of the entire hold, it seems like to me. Precisely because they settled on a static template that's large-ish in design, in like physical size, space. I don't know how to communicate better what I mean, but it's like, it's something that lends itself to rooms being kind of big in a way that's not helpful to their enjoyment. Like, you can make a good big room, but I don't know, these are some combination of being a bit empty and the architect feeling like it was necessary to completely fill them. It's not as bad as architects feeling completely obliged to just fill the entire room with their puzzle, I guess, but it's kind of a similar problem, and sort of. I don't know. I guess I'll go south. More snakes. And there is a bomb here. So I guess I have to put all the remaining snakes to that bomb? That's my understanding. Well, I guess it's time to wander around the room for a half an hour first. Because let's face it, the less snakes I have to manipulate to be in the range of that bomb, the better. And they're just going to ram each other into death. You know, if I wander around enough, they're just going to. Because that's what snakes do in large crowds. Is this enough to manipulate? Maybe. Maybe not. It's not that big of an area that these bombs hit after all. I think if I sort of hover around here long enough, maybe they'll all come to me in time. Stay near me or something. Nah, that's not gonna work. Oh, I guess I need to fidget these snakes around a bit more so that they'll die a bit more. Yeah, that's much better. Just 3. 3 I might be able to handle. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna make it just 1. I'm gonna insist on making it just that long one, maybe. Although that long one does seem to really favor going the wrong direction for no reason. So there is that. Hey, come back up here, stupid. When I say come back up here, it doesn't mean randomly go north again. That's really not what that means. Hello? What are you doing? Stop going the wrong way. Okay, good enough. Huh. I guess these force arrows help prevent you from trapping things the wrong way. I don't know if those are good or bad. Okay. Here's something. What a weird room. I think I would title this room Test of Patience, because that's all it really is in the end. Hooray, I passed the test of patience. What a weird room. Seems like I'm only allowed to backtrack at this point. Okay. I think I've seen like all this really has to offer, more or less. Yeah, I don't feel like trying this room. This room looks doable but tedious. Anyway. I kind of get it. Let's move on. What is Mechmech's World? By Daniel. Also by Daniel. Daniel. You're at home. My at home what? Going to bed, you receive a SMS. The good eyes are going to make a party. Bethro as a old party lion. Party lion? Of course, wants to go there. But first he has to style him a little. Style who? As he proceed to the bathroom, he heard odd noises. Something has broken in his house. Okay. You do. Huh? Hearing the noises, you pull your sword. Time to show these burglars where the hammer hangs. Incoming SMS. Bethro, are you want to come to my party? It's in Illustrate 7. If yes, then hurry. Please be there before it ends. Winky face. Balcon door switch on off. You take a deep breath of the good fresh air out of here. Out of here? I don't eat anything now. I'll want a empty stomach on the party so I can eat tons there. Note, not time for cooking now. Bedroom. Now it's not the time for washing dishes. To the food chamber. The old food here often attracts a few roaches. Bread, meat, self-made marmalade, vegetables, sweets, fruits, crisps and peanuts. Crisps. A big fridge full of mutated tar ice. Desk with PC. Bathroom. Bethro's water bed with a reeker. A reeker. A reeker? A reeker of havoc? I don't understand. But what's a reeker? Socks. Well, now there's socks soaked in goblin blood. Underwear. Clothes. Aren't socks and underwear also clothes? Well, bathroom. Oh no, there's roaches in the bathroom. It's usually ants for me. Styling crab. What? Stones. Hairdryer. Stones? The bath. Styling. What? What the heck? The roof has crashed down. You take out your handy. You take out your handy and call a service fixing this place. What? You take out your handy and call a service fixing this problem tomorrow. That is almost approaching gibberish. Almost approaching grammar salad. Word salad, there we go. Meanwhile, you hear that the sounds come from directly behind the crawhead walls. Now this is just a typo, that's fine. So if I treat handy as a noun, I still have the problem of call a service fixing this problem tomorrow. So I'm calling a service that is already fixing this problem before I actually start fixing the problem. Room of Bethro's snake. Open close food water supply. Snake needs wheat and water, but she must not eat too much. She must not eat too much. Okay. Well, I don't see any way to kill the snake in this room, so... Unless there's scripting that says if you trap her in the food-water area too long, then... Anyway, main exit. Beethro can't go out before he styled himself. Styled himself? Anyway... I just think it would be hilarious if the hold says, don't overfeed your snake, and then you sit there long enough and it's like, oh, it's overfed, now it's dead. Here's a tactile explosion. Okay, do I want to entering my garage, or do I want to... Oh, I can't go that way. And I can't go that way. And I can't go that way, so I guess I can only enter my garage. The party. You enter the house of I, Frank, hearing loud music. If this would just be a bit louder, this old house would collapse, you think. You see eyes dancing to loud music. This is the old house of your old pal Frank. You know him since school. There will be a surprise guest coming tonight. The guests are really waiting for him. Hey, Beethro, come on dancing with us, you hear. To the cellar room. A 1500-watt speaker. It is supplied by a big cable isolated with a dense material. Your sword has no chance. Why would I want? Whatever. Locked way to backstage part of this party shack. You hear something, but you are not sure what. Sounds like a clock and someone shouting. The music is too loud to hear something exact. However, there is no reason to go there. To the bar. The table is full. Different snacks like French fires or goblin legs. Unalcoholic drinks. Alka Pops, beer, Vin, Bacardi, Beethro. Don't drink that! Okay. A 200-watt speaker with empty battery. Ah, its battery is empty. To the cellar room. Beware, proceed at your own risk. Beethro almost collapsed in this part. And here's a bunch of numbers. To power supply room. Well, I guess I'll kill these monsters first. I'm sure that destroying all these walls won't cause any consequences as far as the roof collapsing. Oh, now that would be a hold idea. Make scripting that detects, that like counts how many walls you destroy, and like at the beginning, tell the player these are load-bearing walls. Make puzzles that require the player to destroy walls, and make scripting that counts how many times the player destroys walls. And if they destroy too many, then you die. Game over. The Tarlock copyright. Use the controls at the main entrance. The southeast is 1. Then it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Is there anything at the end of the Tarlock? Hold on. There's a room clear gate back there, so I could go that way. Well, there's some convoluted room blocking. I don't feel like going that way. Maybe it'll give me the combination later. Ha! You hear an eye calling for help. Beethro, help him. What's that you say? Thank you very much for freeing me here. I almost thought I'd die here. Anyway, what are you doing here? I went here to sabotage the power line. In the next room there is a bloody monster. I fleed here and get hit by the crumbling roof. A monster? Yes, a big blue thing. I almost was unable to run away. It almost sucked me in the room. Is there any other way? Yes, go back, try the staff access, code is 02458. I saved that eyeball for sure. Anyway. Looks like this room is an actual straight-up trap. That's cool. Oops. What's that? A snake nest? Well, they smelled me and will start to kill themselves. But maybe few will survive. Let's look how to use the cage controls. I want continue until these snakes are deaf. You want these snakes to become deaf? You want them to be nuclear snakes? That's what the phrase "I am become death" refers to, you know. The person who invented the nuclear bomb. But actually, like less recently, something else, I think. Right, well, maybe I can just sort of make them bonk themselves into that obvious trap there if I wait long enough. That guy's not being cooperative. Oops. That's not what we wanted. There we go. That's a little better. Maybe. Okay, I guess not. I could close more of the doors, I guess. Let's see. Would you mind coming back down south, please? There we go, that'll do it. Yuck, a horrible smelling dung. Brunner? What? No, I want to remove the dung. I just kill the brain energy adapter C. What? I seriously, I have no idea what a Brunner is. Brunner? Maybe that's another language's word, I don't know. Oh, burner. That would make sense. That had me totally perplexed. Wow. Well, I found the exit level thing, so I guess I need to go do this. The noise is now clear. It's a clock and someone shouting, "Elp ir sa Why is the backstage area empty? Here's nobody, but I now hear different voices. They come from there. The noise is coming from the beer cellar. Let's go down and see what happened. As you want to go down the stairs, you hear a loud bang and were thrown backwards. You look down the stairs. The beer cellar was full of death eyes. As you want to call the police, someone from behind shouts, "Freeze! Don't move! We've got you. You will pay for that." But I, Schnauze, shut up. Okay. It smells like something. Sorry, but it's true. Smiley face. Here around. You just were called to move into the chamber left to you. You can talk to some eyes if you want. Yuri here for killing 5 eyes, including the star singer Ford Eye, the frontman of Rolling Eyes, an AI metal band. Hey you, trigger the orb. You have your free time. Go left in 10 minutes. Prison canteen. To the cells. Hey guys, is there a way out of here? Ha ha ha, if yes, we would be away. Don't joke. Ask the cook. Jumping is worthless. These spikes will kill you or hurt you as strong that you won't be able to get far. Your last meal? Eat my shorts. Moo ha ha ha. Your last meal? French fries? Well, it's not fires this time, I guess. Kitchen access. A way out. Try to use your sword in the tar chamber. Maybe you kill the tar instead. Then you will be sent to another execution chamber. Anyway, take your sword with. A way to get out? Simple. F off. Wow. This was very pre-HA. I guess I can't actually kill these eyes. Darn. Hey Eye, do you know how to get out of here? Get out. Yes, just go left and you're soon out. You'll get out as clump of tar after going into the tar chamber. Beathro's face turns blue. Evil Eyes, the wall is too big to hear him. Evil Eyes, the wall is too big to hear him. Is the eye there lying? No, if you go left, you will get out. The eye right over there can give you the details. Okay. Anyway, here's a horde room of some sort. This is just awful. I'm probably going to stop this hold here because wow. Larry Merck called, you stole his room idea, but made it worse. There's a broken wall up here. Hold on. Alright, someone has probably cleared that room, but whatever. Well, I never thought that the missing structure of buildings will save my life, but anyway, this path here seems to be artificial. Someone is trying to help me. Oh, metal eye robots. Which is why they bleed blood. To director's emergency exit. Directors? You mean warden, maybe? To visitor area A. Security alert. Guard spawner activated. Oops. Alert. To staff office. Oh man, look at all this staff. It's a shame this wasn't made in TSS era, so I could say, where's the staff? I thought this was a staff office. Get it? Freeze or you are eyeball pudding. Give me the code for the exit. I just know the secondary. Say it or 26810. Okay. 26810. Thank you. I don't know whether he said that was the first or second part, so whatever. I think he said that was the second part, though. So here's the director's office, I guess. So the director is a spider, I guess. Or possibly the director is an entire collection of spiders and I'm killing him one piece at a time. Director's emergency exit R. Code controls are from 0 to 9, like from up to down. Password 1 north, password 2 south. Oh yeah, I can go this way. Use the orb to open close. Use the orb to open close? Hey you, aren't that guy who got tarred? Not really, I survived like you see. There is a lek northeast. A what? Oh thanks, we will be tarred in minutes. Maybe we get away fast enough. Okay, we will help you. The first password is 13789. Siux. Do you know that the director here is stupid? He built an emergency exit for himself. He called Minala? What? Okay. So... I guess the idea is that you use these for the first password. Like, it's not really very clearly explained, but 1, 3, 7, 8, 9. So in theory, the locks... Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. Two, 6, 8, 1, 0. Okay then. Beer. Manua. Hi, hi, hi. Now there are 4 stairs. Do you know your choose is sausage? It not, it's pure cheese. What? So Manua, 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 and beer. I guess I'll go to beer? I don't know what this is asking me. Lava underground execution pod. The stairs break under you and you fall into a deep pit. This is the end. Okay. I don't... So is this... The stairs break under you. Okay. Wow, that was close, you say as you run away of the prison. Now let's seek proof about the real murder. Yeah, okay. You took your notice book with. The rest of your already collected proof is in your house. You just want to go ahead as a traffic crash happens behind you. Yeah, okay. Let's change locations and see what Mechmech's World 2 looks like. Mechmech's World 2, a non-linear hold for beginners, by Daniel Blockinger, which I assume is the same person. I think that might happen even if I finish the whole hold. Your adventure begins in Beethro's cellar. Here, there are many potions and bottles of leaf juice. Beethro just enters his cellar to get some leaf juice, as something strange happened. I am the Reed Seed, the end of all delvers. Who cares? I'm a smite master. I am unassailable. Unkillable, like the Slayer? Well, I am sure my sword is able to kill you. I have chosen you as my next victim. Stop talking. I'm doing my job now. If you have a problem, ask for Budkin. Beethro Budkin. Beethro Budkin, you are alive. I thought I killed you many years ago. No, but I remember a friend of mine was killed by someone looking like you. Oh, it seems that I mixed you up, and I thought I killed the best junior smite master of Dugandy. You killed my friend. You are going to pay. Just stellar dialogue. See you later. Now why did Beethro leave all the potions where he can't get to them? Is he a member of Potions Anonymous or something? Welcome to Mechmech's World 2. Mechmech's World 2 is a non-linear hold. Walk around and explore the playing area. Try to find and clear all the 8 dungeons. If you manage to find all the secret rooms, you'll gain access to a bonus level. Hint, the 2 easiest dungeons can be found right here in this town. Okay. Thanks to the testers, Tokyo Kid, Vitro, BD Wing, and Neither2. You have anything to say? What's your problem? Hey. Hey, open the door. Oh well. The old well has supplied... The old well has supplied the village with water for 150 years now. However, people were always scared by scrabbing noises coming out of the well. You climb down into the well. As you reach the ground, Now you see that this will be a quick job. Difficulty, very easy, 1. Number of rooms, 1. So there's 8 dungeons, but one of them is literally just one room. Wow. Move aside, Beathro's Awakening. Here's a really ambitious project. Just for reference, Beathro's Awakening is supposed to have 8, like, full gigantic levels and also possibly a 9th one, if not a 10th. And also, like, a giant surface world. Anyway, Beathro comes back to the surface. The noise problem seems to be solved now. I still don't know how to reach that roach right there. Maybe that's the exit to another dungeon somewhere. It's something I've actually built 3 levels, and each of them has, well, almost 3 full levels. I haven't finished the boss of level. Hey, you look strong enough for some cleaning work, and you look rich enough to pay me. Of course, I'm rich. Well, I am still rich. I have a problem. Tell me, there's no problem that can't be solved with a really big sword. I am a creature farmer, and my creatures need water. The water is pumped up from underground. And I shall clean pipes? I am a delver, not a flasker. The problem is that the pipe and the pump is in my cellar, and my cellar became infested yesterday. Sounds like a good job. Open that door and I will clean your cellar. For reference, Mechmech's World 1 it existed. Anyway. You enter the cellar of the creature farmer and begin your cleaning work. Difficulty, easy, 2, number of rooms, 5. So, Beathro's Awakening, the idea was to create something sort of like heavily inspired by Link's Awakening, but also very different from it. You know, very kind of retell the concept of that game, but in kind of a whole Deadly Rooms of Death format. Each of the dungeons is actually the same like room shape. Like in Link's Awakening, for reference, each dungeon has its rooms arranged into the shape of something. Like the first one is in the shape of a Moldorm, basically, like a big snake-looking thing. Anyway, it's a little bit like that, except I'm not adapting. Maybe more ambitious than that, because rather than making like numerical codes that open doors for you, which I always found a little weird, I actually made like items that you need to use to solve puzzles. So far, the first item you get in the first dungeon is the float feather, which makes it so when you move toward a pit, a one tile of pit with a place behind it that you can land on. Like essentially if you're in a situation where a Wraithwing could move twice and the end tile is... Anyway. Yeah. So I used that shape, but put actual Drod rooms in there. And the boss is, instead of a Moldorm, because there is no Moldorm in Drod, there is a thing with some brained rattlesnakes you need to kill with spikes. Stuff like that. I don't know. Anyway, it's very ambitious, and I'm not sure if it'll ever actually be finished, but what I have so far is really neat, in my opinion. Also, this room is horrendous, by the way. I don't like this room much. I'm not sure how to survive this room very well. I made a beta board for it and invited Insoluble because I was thinking of having him do level 4 maybe, but I've had ideas for level 4 and he hasn't really done much. I'm thinking of taking level 4 back, or else like just inviting some more people on. I had ideas that maybe I could at least get some collaborators to help with some of the overworld puzzles, and 1 or 2 of the dungeons could be done by other people. Maybe especially some of the graphics. At the moment, I have crude graphics for some things and no graphics for a lot of things, and I think I'm stuck. I'm not going to get out of this situation. I have to avoid getting into it. I don't like this room. This is a bad room. Like, if I could make a snake trap that I can just stand behind forever, then that would be great. Maybe this will work? Yeah, this works. Somehow. I don't know exactly why this works, but it's good enough for me. There we go. Oh, it's, this is the something. I think this is the right way to start that. Let's see. I think this will work. This looks like something that's working. Almost. Snakes decided to gather in the exact corner I need to be in to kill them. That's great. There we go. '41st place, oh man. Here's some rock golems, yo. Alright, I want to make these last few into a snake trap if possible. There we go. Simple. I guess that's it for the infested cellar. Reed Seed puzzle. The reed seed will open sneak gates when you step at certain squares. Just walk around and don't get eaten. Try this out. I'm looking forward to seeing you killed by a snake. What? Yes, this is made of logic. Whatever this is. So basically the NPC is going to hit orbs at arbitrary and unpredictable times. Have fun. That's what I read that to be saying. Yeah. How do I open this? I guess I can open this over there. Well, you may have figured this out, but believe me, I helped you rather than attacking you. Okay. I didn't even look. I'm curious now that you've told me, though. Yeah, I wasn't even looking at it for secrets. Let's see. Oh, this looks like it might be almost a serious room of some description. Maybe. Certainly a serious mess, at least. The rattlesnakes kind of completely diffuse everything else in this room. This room would probably be tougher if, you know, they didn't completely block off the paths and kill all the snakes for you. Also, there's wubbas that just sort of exist in this room for no reason. That's cool. Something I realized with that contest is, out of my 3 entries, what are you saying? Oh, he's saying his intro line again. Anyway, something I realized is out of my 3 entries, the one I made last scored the best. It makes me wonder if I should have just kept coming up with entries after making the 3rd one and just picked out the 3 best ones out of like several. But I didn't feel like it, so I didn't. Oh, here's another place where you can stab a roach. I guess I helped out the farmer. But I can't kill these enemies at all. I guess he was farming them. This sure is a whole lot of something. Like, hey, I built a bunch of rooms. I'm trying to avoid this sensation in Bithra's Awakening as much as possible of just wandering around with nothing happening. Anyway. The Pit of Tar. Fairly easy 3 with 6 rooms. You enter the Pit of Tar. It is very cold there, and you can smell the tar 100 meters against the wind. Against the wind? Like running against the wind? I'm confused. Wow, that went poorly. Okay, there. Next. Reed Seed Puzzle. Use the trapdoor if you want a challenge. And it's again time for... Okay, whatever. You to shut your big trap. Wait, what did he say? Why are you so aggressive? Well, have fun with the yellow doors. I guess he's just hitting them at random. That seems to be what I'm dealing with here. Well, I mean, not actual random, but just like in some cycle or whatever. Ah, brain queens. They're so annoying. They won't just stay in their corner and let me kill them. There we go. I may as well just wait patiently at one of these doors for him to open the way. I don't know if this was a good idea or a really bad one. Probably a really bad one, yeah. Oh yeah, cool. Oh yeah, I remember. Duh. Granted, I've seen that one, sort of, but I should take a look at it next week, perhaps. I kind of forgot, or I would have maybe looked at it today. This isn't going to work. What does this do exactly? Oh, this closes that. Alright, it makes one less spawn exist. Whoa. There we go. Sort of. How did a queen get back outside again? I thought I killed all the queens out there already. Oh well. There. Sheesh. Enough of everybody being brained all the time, man. Da-da-da. For absolutely nothing to happen. That's what it's time for. What? I guess there must be a trapdoor somewhere in this pile of tar. That was pretty easy. I don't really think I get this room or what the point of it is, but, well, it's done now. What's going on here? Oh, it's a character mimic that turns into a proper mimic after you... do something. I think I didn't step on the trigger tile, so now I'm free to go do all of this first and then deal with the mimic, which is honestly extremely kind. I broke the room because the scripting was badly designed. Hooray. I'm 90% sure the trigger is standing on that corner tile, which you don't have to stand on. Which is just plain obvious. Like, if you had anyone test your hold ever, they probably ran in diagonally because that's the fastest way to get in. So why would they ever choose to do it some other way? And now you've just made that even more advantageous because unless I'm optimizing, which I'm not, alright, now let's go double stab. Maybe. Yeah, this should be easy to accomplish a double stab with. Just need to get him in the right position. And there we go. I don't even know if a double stab was intended here, but it works. But yeah, that's what I was saying, is if I'm not interested in optimizing, I can just run through and then come back for the mimic. Bad scripting 101. What is this mess? I guess my first goal should be to push all the orbs? That seems like a good first goal. Oh, didn't want to hit that, did I? Now, there's not any trapdoors behind those doors. No? Okay, good. As there shouldn't be. Check out those guys stuck behind brain invisible obstacles. It's great. When did I hit that orb? Blah. Ta-da! Exit level. Now that looks suspicious, this corner that I can't go to, but I don't see any cracked walls anywhere, so I guess that's nothing to worry about. Where is the exit anyway? Oh, here it is. I guess I have to wait around for this guy to let me out. Thank you, guy. Here's some more tar in this room that you don't have to interact with at all. Congratulations, you cleaned the pit of tar. Okay. I guess that's how you get into the rocky zone here. Maybe I should post the Mithra's Awakening preview that I had built and compiled a while back. See if there's actual interest now, because the last time I did an interest check about that, everyone was like, why didn't you make it in Hyrule? Why didn't you put it in Hyrule? I'm like, I don't want it to... I don't know, it's just not how the idea went. You enter the Cave of Despair and look forward to killing some monsters. Difficulty medium 4, number of rooms 5. Alright, looks like we have ourselves a trash room. You know what I mean. A waste disposal room. That's generally how I refer to rooms where you have a bunch of rock golems and you need to not let them block your path with their bodies, which are the titular waste involved. I don't think I can make it like that. Let's see. I think this will work better. Maybe. Oh, I can make this one. Okay. There we go. Waste disposal achieved. Now, what's this all about? There's a red door at the end, so I gotta kill these guys on exactly the right tiles. But they made it fairly easy to do, so there's not much to complain about. More waste disposal. This is the whole entire all waste disposal room all the time. But this is much easier than that first part. Because there's a whole lot more room in which to put the waste. And also to block off their path so they don't become a problem immediately anyway. And over here we have greetings from the reed seed. What? Yeah, okay. Are you gonna... Sheesh, dude, you take forever to push a button. Like, is this supposed to be hard? Because you took forever to push a button. You gonna push the next button anytime soon, buddy? I'm thinking of that, there's some Sonic thing where he's like standing there with a watch and he's like tapping his foot and he's like, I'm waiting! Or I might be conflating Sonic with somebody else. The point is, I'm waiting. I'm literally just holding down the wait button for like half of this time. This room would have been much more intriguing if you had made that an actual guard who actually moved like an actual guard, so that I could decide when to let things happen. And make them happen really fast, say. As it stands, you basically made the most optimized solution to this room take a really long time because you literally just have to get there and then wait for that guy forever. I mean, in principle, the idea of sort of modulating the waste disposal problems with a bunch of wubbas to make it even tougher to, I don't know, avoid getting stuck is an interesting one, but in practice this is not a very well-handled execution of that idea. It just doesn't wind up being very difficult. So yeah, that was that. I guess I have to destroy all the tar stuff in this room. I don't have to break all of the trapdoors. Small mercies. Because I could absolutely see this architect requiring that of me. That's a bit more like it. I'll just stand here and let the rattlesnakes bash themselves to death. Wonderful. Did this guy start out in that trap but then decide to go north while I was busy with everything else? I guess I can see on the replay. Let's see. Yeah, he started out there and immediately ran north. Cool. What's this fuse do? Closes the door at the end. So that's a timer. Oh boy. Wait, do I even need to do that? I don't need to do anything to that room at all. The black door is in the wrong direction. Yeah, that's just a way back for some reason. Okay. Well, that being the case, I can truncate the most tedious looking task by just doing this. Hold on, I'll just, there we go. And then I can focus on the rattlesnake. I feel like I did that wrong, but I don't care. And by wrong, I just mean not in the intended way. Oh, this is getting really tedious, and I'm running up on about 4 p.m. I think this is enough. I'm gonna give up at the Cave of Despair. Seems appropriate. So, let's see. Today we looked at Maze 19, which... interesting, but kind of annoying in places like this exact place right here. Mechmech's World, which was hilarious and great, but I got a little tired after a while of it. And Mechmech's World 2, which makes more of an effort, but still kind of... I mean, you can see it right here. This room is too big. This is too many things trying to cram into one room, and none of the things are in and of themselves that great, or if they are, there's only like 1 or 2 that are all that great. Anyway, so I've seen all 3 of these, but I'm going to take a quick look at them next time at least, I guess. I mean, I've mastered Metroid, obviously. But also I'll take a look through Degonium, just at least a little bit of the first of it. Wherever that is. I haven't downloaded it yet, that's why. So that'll be down here. Or actually... yeah, I don't have it in this. Which of these is not the beta one? I don't know. That one says beta. Well, there's only one now, so I guess that's right. Anyway, where was I? So. Oop, didn't want to do that. So, thank you for watching. Oop, I couldn't remember words. Have a good rest of the week, weekend. I'll be back next Tuesday for Metroidvania, should be. I think we finished Dust last Tuesday, so it'll be time to try out to run through a bit of Snailiad. Anyway, farewell for now.